SMT Nation, we back. We've got an update out of AT&T here. This is probably going to leave a pretty good dent on the workforce at AT&T. It's really dynamic. It's not as simple and as straightforward as you may think. And let's try to uncover a lot of these details here as AT&T is shrinking its workforce in a very unique scenario. All right, link for the article will be in the description. I'll be sure to put that for you guys there. Also in the description is the Real SMT Buy Me a Coffee link. Want to support your creators directly, show your appreciation for the content on the channel, or buy us a coffee. Link in the description. And if you're looking for a better deal on your wireless service, the new customer offer from Mint Mobile, our wireless partner, using the deflation promo will save you big money. All right, right now, all of their plans are $15 per month, including the normally $30 per month unlimited plan. Get it 50% off at $15 per month. You can't beat this offer. Use our unique partner link in the description, mintmobile.com/Sneed. Gets you those savings, helps support the channel, get their legendary customer care. Such a great value. All right, so the AT&T situation with jobs, and what they're really doing here is they're trying to shrink their workforce, but the way that they're doing it is actually kind of due to some unique circumstances. So the AT&T has basically put an obligation, right, a mandate to its 60,000 managers that have been working remotely, forcing them, making them come back to work in the company's offices. Now, the situation here is that a lot of these managers made decisions, right, to maybe live away from the main office in which, they were originally hired for. So people started to relocate. They were working remotely, so they felt, they could kind of choose where they wanted to live, and of course, some people have families. They start to route them. You got schools and, different things and services in certain places that they prefer. It could be family, decisions and things like that. But now it looks like they're going to have to come back into work. And AT&T's got, just a handful of main offices in which they operate. So like things like, or places like Dallas, Atlanta, LA, amongst other towns, these managers have to go back to it. Now, the CEO of the company, John Stankey, has come out and indicated that this is probably going to be an estimated 15% of those managers will be affected by this, although other, I think, market analysts have claimed that it's actually going to be much higher. So Stankey claims this is going to impact probably 9,000 people. Estimates from Bloomberg are saying it's closer to 25,000. And from what I'm hearing, and I don't know if these are internal numbers specifically, the numbers are higher than what's being reported. All right, so what this should do is this should cause people to, these managers to have to make a decision. AT&T is not going to help pay and contribute to relocation fees. They're not going to help support, whatever, the individuals who have chosen to live afar from these offices to go back. You basically have to do it on your own, or you're finding a new job. So in the process of this, some of these employees are going to move, right? They're going to make the move to get to these offices and, get back to the office and such. And others are literally probably job hunting, because I think this has to be done here in the next month or two. All right, so it's a very unique and interesting situation. Now, to know this about AT&T is AT&T, obviously, they've treated these designated hubs as, areas where they've established these offices, and they have to get back to operating in those places at full force for the sake of the company and for the sake of their obligations within these particular metro areas. And that's what John Stankey understands, and that's what he knows, and those are things he has to do. So AT&T, in the process of all this and sorting through all this, is going to become a much more streamlined and lean company, just out of obligation for shareholders. You saw what happened to the stock, right? Last quarter, there was a huge sell-off. I think it was a more than 10% drop, capitulation of the stock after the miss on free cash flow due to like what AT&T says was just the phone promotions, right? Just in hardware. So they're doing whatever it takes to improve their financial position amongst investors who are looking for value and return. And I think all that's going to happen But what you're going to see is coming out of this, AT&T is going to be a much leaner company with much better margins because of this. And as long as the company doesn't fall off, in whatever metrics there might be with respect to performance, if they can operate this company with 25,000 less employees, 40,000 less employees, which I don't know what the tally is going to be, but from what I hear, there are thousands that are being let go, laid off every quarter. This is going to be a much leaner company. And there was a time, I think, where AT&T had over 200,000 employees. They're probably at they've reduced by like 30 or 35% since then. And there could be more. Maybe it ends up at 40%. Maybe it ends up at 50%. Who knows? We'll continue to track it. But perhaps it seems like there was a lot of dead weight, and there's a lot of things that they could do to streamline. And investors should be very happy about this, I suppose. But you could see why I felt like this was a very unique situation. These people could stay. They just have to relocate. And the terms of their jobs was not to live somewhere else. So they did it on their own, and their AT&T found a way to kind of lean out with it. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section below. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.